I don't know.
Oh, I put the headphones on.
Yeah. It's loud in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure my nuts aren't popping out on camera.
Yeah.
They kind of are. I had a hole in my pants, I guess. Damn it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta put a patch there and call it good. You know.
Yeah, I've worn out a lot of my pants this year. It's been a long year.
I mean, I don't think this is much of a pant. You can call them half pant.
Yeah.
Watch the water.
I don't have a lot of good torn up clothes anymore. And they're tearing in the wrong places. That's the problem. Tearing in my ass and my nuts, and it's like, when the knees used to blow out and the cuffs were getting frayed, that was one thing. But
Yeah.
I apparently, I don't know what this says about me.
No, Chris's mom actually pointed out my pants the other day. I had a big hole, right? Like in the middle there.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't really realize how big of a hole. And I had already gone to work.
Yeah.
So, you know,
rad.
It was a little too late. But,
Yeah.
you know.
The last good pair of cutoffs I had to get rid of when I was trying to garden in them, and my schlong was just out. It's like, oh, like.
Are you trying to show those gardener snakes?
No, I wasn't.
You're giving them a show.
Listen, you don't want to garden with your junk out because there's like bugs and stuff.
I know, yeah. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Subject to like thistle bushes and
Yeah.
stickers
Yeah,
and
that's true.
any kind of business.
Gosh. Imagine getting nettles on your nuts.
No, I don't
Woo.
want to imagine that.
Man. That would
Ouch.
not be a good
I don't even
time.
have nuts, and I don't want to imagine nettles there.
Goodbye, gray sky, hello, blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. It feels so right, it can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. These days are on. Being free. These days are on.
Well, that's a good way to start off the show. Hello,
That's
everybody.
That's probably right where we'll segue in. Yep, we're here. We're doing a show. We're back. Okay, let's get with it. I'm in it. I'm in doing the show. I've been doing all this stuff to get ready for the show, but my head's not in the show yet. Okay, yes. Welcome to the MAWPCAST 1 radio program.
Yes.
We come here every
Hello.
week to bring you songs from the local Tacoma area and the surrounding areas, the greater South Puget Sound scene. We play songs from bands that you may have heard or you may not have heard. And we talk about some stuff in between those songs.
Yeah, we
Yep.
do. Yeah.
We chapped.
Well, yeah, just chit-chat away.
You know, we dilly-dally a little bit.
You can like
golly.
our page, our YouTube page, and our podcast feed. We're more of a podcast than a YouTube show, but we do have a YouTube version of the show. Sometimes that gets taken down, so that's not really what we should be emphasizing. We should be trying to emphasize more of the podcast thing, because YouTube will occasionally remove a video. They block
It
one
might be the marijuana.
occasionally. No, it's the songs, because they're
Oh.
Music.
yeah. Most stuff we can play without a problem, and some stuff we can't play in certain countries, or certain things just won't let you play them. Like there's just a couple weird bands that have stipulations, not the bands themselves, but whoever owns the publishing
The
of those
rights,
songs.
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want their music being used in certain ways, or just being thrown up on YouTube liberally. Most people want their music thrown up on YouTube liberally because they
Yeah.
can get royalties for it. Like that,
Yeah.
That's what the copyright strikes we get.
And that's where people
yeah.
go, hey, what's that song? And search out that song and buy that song.
Well, and when it's copyrighted, you can go down into the liner notes of the YouTube and you can see all the songs that get strikes on the video. Like, so sometimes there's none, but sometimes there's like a dozen of them or half dozen. There's just bands that just, or publishing companies and a lot of these strikes are not legitimate either. They're just people saying, we own that song, but they don't really own that song. And I
Gotcha.
can't fight that because I don't have 1,000 subscribers and I can't contact YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah. You have to have like
So-
1,000 subscribers to be able to talk to YouTube directly. Otherwise, you don't exist.
So if we are kicked off of the YouTube, follow us on Apple Music Podcast.
That's one of the places. It's on our
Yes.
website. You can always go to our website and find out all the different places that it is. But I'm hoping to try and get it on Spotify, but it's not on Spotify yet. So,
We're almost there.
well, I don't know if it can because of the same legal issues, like and if I were to renew the ASCAP license, which would cover our website, then I could potentially do it. But again, there's so many. Every avenue has its own red tape and bullshit to go through, and I had to figure out. And so some of the things, so when I initially started this, I got us an ASCAP license to cover our website. So we could put anything on our website we wanted, because ASCAP would cover that. There's just a blanket license. The new media license covered anything we wanted to post onto our website. And that's good for a year. And after the year, I let it lapse because we didn't necessarily need it. We were posting stuff onto YouTube, and YouTube has its own license, and it does its own policing, and it covers it just like I said. And so does Apple Podcasts. And so all that stuff is taken care of for me, and I didn't need to do that because I could just post the links from YouTube and Apple Podcasts to our website and not have to get the license. But if I did get the license, then I could post literally anything I wanted to the website. Like I could post stuff that they would take down from YouTube, meaning I could take all of our back episodes that did get, there's only like 4 that they've blocked entirely. Maybe 5, I'm not sure.
It was the nudity, wasn't it?
No, I'm telling you, it was the music. I've already told you, we broke this down, covered it.
I get it, because I follow this girl, Trailer Trash Tammy, and half the stuff that she posts on Snapchat or YouTube or anything, it just gets taken off like right away. So she had to make her own app.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, she couldn't follow any of the guidelines anywhere.
I understand, yeah. We do really well, actually, with everything. Like, because you can smoke weed on there, it's no problem, as long as we say our shit's not for kids. And
it's 21 plus in Washington State.
Yeah.
So we're legal here.
Yeah.
And then the music is all legit, and we don't get naked. If we were to get naked, then we'd just get shut down. They'd shut us down in a heartbeat.
This isn't Coyote Ugly.
Yeah. No.
No.
So, yeah,
Thank God we don't drink on the show. Then it would be Coyote Ugly.
Yeah,
I don't know.
be.
Bill wants to come on the show and drink one of those beers. Let's get our friend Bill. He wants to be on the show so bad.
funny.
Oh.
And he's not a musician at all.
Yeah.
So we told him
there.
that he could sit in the corner and like drink a beer, and
And
every
then
single time
we'd
he
just
would
pan
get done,
over to him every once in a while. So he can sit there. And he's a big, burly guy.
he'll
Big,
be like on beer 25, he'll be falling on the ground or something, you know.
Yep.
Let's see how Bill's doing.
Bill cam.
The Bill cam. That's funny.
talk about you, Bill.
Shout out, Bill.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, buddy.
Well, no room yet, but maybe when we
Oh.
get a little
Yeah.
more squared away here.
Right now, this is we're caved in, but it's a cozy cave.
So it's a little better this
I
week
like
than
it.
it was last week, for sure. I spent a lot of time rearranging.
I feel like we're on that 70s show, is what I was saying. And you
Kinda
guys see
like-
my chair? I'm upgraded.
You got a real chair this week.
I'm upgraded. It's really
Yeah.
nice on the
You found it
back
on
here.
the corner.
Yeah. You know, I'll take it. Whether it was on the corner in a dumpster.
No, it wasn't on the corner. it's been
I
in
mean-
the rafters for literally like years. Like it's been up there for
Well,
a while.
I'm telling you. It
Feels like years anyway.
It feels actually like a new chair.
It's a little dusty. I had put that blanket over it. We'll vacuum it, but
I kind of feel like I'm at my grandma's house.
Yeah.
You know?
yep, didn't want you to ruin the furniture. Kids.
That happens. That happens around here.
Yeah. Next week, it's got to be plastic.
Yeah.
Clear plastic on everything.
Good thing I'm not eating.
Big thing of potpourri right in the middle on the center
I
table.
hate that
Hard
smell.
candy. That doesn't-
Hard candy, yeah. With no lid, so it's been in the air, so it's all stuck together.
that you know that's a like cliche, but it's also very true. Like grandmas did have that shit. It
Yeah.
was like
But yeah.
And
I'm
what was
just not
below
a fan
that?
of the
What was
smell.
below that? The big old doily.
yeah.
They always have the big old doily right below that.
And they had mothballs in the closet.
Mothballs. Check.
Yeah.
Hey. Wow, something's going on with my microphone.
I like how we did the James
Check.
Hetfield.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
It's just cutting out. for some reason.
Yeah.
Or it might have been my headphones. I don't know.
So Wiener Schnitzel's open.
It is, huh?
Yep, my
Yeah.
mic is going
I just
out.
had to announce that for everyone
Check,
that's
check,
listening.
check.
If you've never been to a Wiener
Check.
Schnitzel,
Can you hear
go to
your-
one.
Actually, I can't hear my headphone. So it's going on.
Oh, sound got. Oh, there. Whoa.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what your problem
Check,
is.
check.
I know,
Can
I
you hear me?
you.
I hear you fine.
All right, the whole time you can hear me fine. All right, so
everything-
it's my headphones.
Yeah.
My headphones
You
just
wanna
cut out
switch?
because no. Now that I know what it is, I don't have to. I'm not subconsciously thinking, "Oh God, something's wrong with my microphone." You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Tripping me out. It's just over there.
Yeah.
Check.
Well, it's I couldn't hear anything, but then it dawned on me that I couldn't hear you either, and I couldn't hear her either. And I was going,
well,
oh, wait.
I want to know who you've been talking to. Okay.
No, it just happened like just a split second.
All right.
Like got crackly, then
Well,
I went deaf.
we're here now.
We're back.
Oh,
Even though we didn't leave.
what were we talking about?
I don't remember
Oh,
now.
I said Wiener Schnitzel's open.
Wiener Schnitzel's.
I
Now,
just had to let
oh, yeah.
everyone know that.
I don't think I've ever been to Wiener Schnitzel.
It's
Yeah.
chili dogs, but it's cheap for one, and for two, it's going to be the best chili dog you ever had. So go down there and try.
I don't know. I will be the judge of
I'm
that.
sorry,
I'm
but
pretty sure I made the best chili dog I ever had, but I don't know if I can eat that anymore.
Wow. You can buy the can. Okay, so it actually depends on the location, as it always kind of does. You know, you go to
Well,
certain
chili
ones
doesn't
and
have
it's not as
beans.
good. So you can just go and buy the cans of chili
Yeah.
if you want as well.
It has just like really finely ground hamburger
Oh, yeah,
in
that's
it
my
and
favorite.
stuff. So it's kind of a more of a. It's not your typical chili, but it's great on
Well,
hot dogs.
it's I guess what they would classify as chili. Chili is that, and the beans are something else
Yeah.
that you add.
I'm
to
a
chili.
meat chili
Oh, I
person.
didn't know that.
I
thought
like.
chili just happened to have beans in it all the time.
I'm pretty sure that what I just described is how they would tell you that actual beans are an added thing, but the chili con carne or whatever, that's
Con
fucking
carne
chili.
or whatever. Oh, okay.
Con carne.
And maybe there's just the sauce and not even the meat. Maybe it's just the sauce. I don't know. We'd really have to research
I'll
that.
have to investigate.
Well,
Maybe we'll do that when we go to songs here in a minute. We'll
All right.
come back with
Cool.
some
Yeah.
knowledge about chili.
definitely.
Yes.
Since we're all chili illiterate, we don't know
Yeah.
enough about it.
Meat chili. That's all I
I
gotta
just
say.
know that
Team
they
meat.
have this one hot dog called
The junkyard.
Junkyard Dog,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's got like chili and French fries and stuff on
And
it.
onions.
Not
Okay.
that- okay.
So, I've not ate actual French fries in years, also, but chili would probably destroy me if I tried to eat it. Like,
I think it tears everybody up.
Yeah.
I think-
Well, at our age, yeah.
It just does. I don't even think it matters the age. I mean, it just does that. It's just one of those things.
yeah, but my problem now is that I've struggled with eating and digestive issues, and so something
Yeah.
like that can disrupt me for days to a week at a time.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I can't afford to deviate from my routine of meals and
Eat
eating.
the
Yeah.
chili.
Yeah, there's some things I just can't. Like, I had a mocha a year or so ago. Boy, couldn't. Phew, goodness, like, it was just too much milk. Like, I think
Yeah.
it's probably the
Yeah.
big thing. Yeah,
And when you don't drink it all the time,
Yeah.
it's one of those things.
And when you don't got a bathroom readily available
Yeah,
all
my
the time.
goodness. yeah, that was an awkward night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So on that note,
Yeah.
Let's play some songs.
yeah,
Let's
go
play some
into
songs.
Okay,
it. What do you got for us?
I got a lot of songs picked out for the day.
Yes.
Um,
Always good. Always good. Let's hear what's up.
yeah. What do I have on the list? I'm not on the list. Let's go over here to the page and see.
To the list.
Start the day off with Phinisey.
All right.
Yeah. I tore a page out the Bible, scribbled down the name of my rival, wrapped it around the stock of this rifle, said a prayer with my eyes closed, looked through the scope and let life fire go. It was just a politician lying to the people in attendance. Instead of running, I hacked into their system, hopped up on a microphone, man, I had your attention. Yeah, the first shot was the kill shot. The next four were for Gil Scott. Hair on, it's apparent they still judge us by appearance. The effects of Reaganomics we inherit from our parents. Blame it on the crack rock. For the crack babies, I'm a crack shot. I'm Carlos Halfcock with my hat cocked. Do it for the have-nots and the poorly educated and AIDS patients who can't afford their medication. They closing down the schools and we can't pay for the fuel. They prey on the weak. We pray for the food, gave us chains and made us fools in exchange for the jewels. So I'm aiming from this roof for 40 acres and a mule. I pray that shot I just fired start a revolution, cause I'm tired of all the bullshit in the lies. Get out your funeral apparel as I send a little justice through this barrel. I want justice, I want peace. I got my Bible, I got my peace. Because it's just us against the beast. Fuck the government and fuck the police. Yeah, I tore a page out the Bible, scribbled down the name of my rival, wrapped around the stock of this rifle, took a hit from the hydro, looked through the scope and let like Fico. Just a rapper spitting fiction, lying to the crowd in attendance. Instead of running, I hacked into their system, hopped up on the microphone, me, I had your attention. Yeah, the first shot was for hip-hop, the next four were for Tupac. I'ma rule, I'ma do what I could do, so we don't end up like Amadou Diallo or Sean Bell or Carlos Grant. Can't get a college grant, so instead we pack grams and swishes for the headache. Fuck a CAT scan while whack rappers painting pictures of the black man. I pulled up in a black van, they used to paint pictures of pain and give us lyrics of hope. Now it's about they range, bitches, liquor and dope, so I'm looking through this scope and I'm focused. Plus I got a Glock 40 in my focus. I pray that shot I just fired start a revolution, cause I'm tired of all the bullshit and the lies. Get out your funeral apparel as I send rap justice through this barrel. I want justice, I want peace. I got my Bible, I got my beats, because it's just us against the beast. Fuck the industry and these whack MCs. I want justice, I want peace. I got my Bible, I got my beats, because it's just us against the beast. Fuck the industry and these whack MCs. I want justice, I want peace. I got my Bible, I got my peace, because it's just us against the beast. Fuck the government and fuck the police. Niggas dressing like fags and calling that shit swag, but they all look the same when they in the body bag. The president is black thanks to campaign ads, but they all look the same when they in the body. Niggas dressing like fags and calling that shit swag, but they all look the same when they in the body bag. The president is black thanks to campaign ads, but they all look the same when they in the body. Niggas dressing like fags and calling that shit swag, but they all look the same when they in the body bag. The president is black thanks to campaign ads. is come undone. Everything is come undone. Everything is come undone. No longer safe.
we're back. We're back.
And we're back.
That was it. Oops, I'm messing
We should
everything
put
up.
on our headphones so we don't fade away.
Yeah.
That we tell how loud we actually are.
We just heard Kirsten Wenlock, a song called "Missing Organ" off of "Caring for Your Cactus." You know, funny thing about that is that when I was making some notes for the show, I went back to look for it, and it wasn't there.
It was gone.
The album was gone. Now she's still there. Her page is still there, but the album in question that I played this song from, it was not there. It was gone. It was missing. Like the song itself, "Missing Organ," it's a missing album. It was not there. So if you were just hearing that song and then you're going to look for that record, well, I'm just going to tell you, it might not be there.
But the song will be.
No, the
Nope,
song won't
or
be.
it
The song will be
won't be
here
either.
because we played it. I've got the album. I'm glad I got the album because
So-
now it's not there.
They could do the old cassette trick and just record it.
Yeah. That's how I used to get all. Let me finish that and I'll tell that story. That's how I used to get all my music, just recording off cassette. So before that, we heard "Old Whip" by the Dying Trades off Fantasia in Orange. We heard "Come Undone" by Trusty Sea Creatures off Garden Walls EP, the Garden Walls EP. And we started it all off with "Attention" by Phinisey. That song featured John Crown off the album Phinisey. And yeah, like when I was a kid, I used to sit by the radio with a cassette player, and
I think we all did.
yeah,
I did the same thing.
well, so initially I would just like record songs and then sift through them, but then eventually I would just sit there with my finger on the button and just press record as soon as the next song started. And if I didn't like it, I'd rewind and get queued up for the next song. And it was actually in this way that I really got into Led Zeppelin because I was familiar with the band, but not really. Like I couldn't peg a Led Zeppelin song because it was just really early when I was getting into music. Mm-hmm. And I ended up recording like a tape that just happened to be all Led Zeppelin songs on one side, except for one song, which was a Billy Squier song. And I couldn't even tell the difference because I hadn't become that discerning yet.
Yeah. Well, they kind of have that.
Billy Squier was very much styled in the vein of Led Zeppelin. He was like, let's make a... Yeah, I think that he was kind of trying to ride that wave. But yeah, I used to just do it all the time, and then that translated into, making mixtapes or just recording records that I would get, because I would get a lot of records and tapes and then record that and exchange that with my friends for other stuff. And, yeah.
You had a smart little thing going on.
Yeah, well, you want to share music. Like, people don't seem to do it as much, but that's how people got hurt, was by sharing music. Like,
that's true.
Famously, Metallica was famous for going after Napster and shutting down Napster, but Metallica got famous because people shared Metallica tapes. Yeah. And
that's true.
There's this false thing that is bad. But the thing is that people if they want it, they're going to go and buy it. If they like it, they'd rather have the real thing than a shitty copy of it. Mm-hmm. And if they like it at all, or if they hear it, or if people are playing it, they're like, oh yeah, I want that. I like that. And that exposure isn't there if people aren't sharing music.
I do think it's harder nowadays, though.
It is.
Because back then, people were sharing it, but they were going to concerts and buying their CDs or buying their vinyl or buying that. Nowadays, it's harder to get people into, like, a store to go buy a CD because they can get it online for little to no money. Or sometimes people do it right and they go and actually buy the albums the way you're supposed to, like on Apple or something. But most of the time, they just get off YouTube, MP3 converters and stuff like that, and then the artist doesn't get any money. But I guess that's just the way technology's just come about, I guess.
Yeah, we've not caught up with the times, and then there's the breaking into the people who aren't hearing your music, or there's still people who aren't as into music or are on the fence and they're just casually into music. And they will grow into more dedicated appreciators of music. They will be collectors and things over time. But that also needs to be cultivated. It's just like we grew up in times where those things were appreciated and instilled in us, and it's not as much now. So that's the times just haven't caught up with the necessity for that, for these different industries, like the music industry in particular, to meet that need. And so we used to create our fans. Like, what do you mean you're not into live music? Dude, you should go and see some live music.
Yeah, right.
You should come out with me. No. Come out with me and let's go see a live band.
Yeah.
Let's go have a couple drinks and go see a live band.
That was the magic.
No, listen to this. Listen, you like guitar. Listen to this guitar riff in this song. Listen to it. No, you're not fucking listening to it. I'm telling you.
Listen to it.
All right, you don't like that. I get it. All right. Well, try this. Try this. Okay. Here's a mixtape. Try this. Like, and you make a mixtape with all stuff they like, except for like 2 songs by a band they hate. You know, and you just try to slip it in there. This is a great example. Our good friend Ryan Anderson, he used to despise things like Steely Dan and
God, I love Steely Dan.
and Elton John. He didn't like it. We were in a band together in the early 90s, in 91, and he still didn't like this music. So we've hit 20 years old, maybe 21. We're just getting right in that range. And he's still not taking this music seriously. And it's like, I'm like, you're a guy who would really appreciate it. Like, of all the people I know, you would really appreciate it. Yeah. And like one night we're at a practice pad, we're crashed out, you know, and I put on a Steely Dan tape. I put it on a repeat all night long. And the first side is all the fucking hits, you know. It was the greatest hits tape, gold, I think it was. So it's all hits on side 1, and side 2 is all stuff that you're not as familiar with if you're not into listening to the radio. And it was that side 2 that got him, because the side 1 he was so pissed, you know. He was like, fuck this, fuck this song, fuck that song, I hate this, I hate that. Then side 2 would roll around, and it's like Black Friday and Bad Sneakers, and it's like, oh, these guys, they do some stuff. Yeah,
appreciated the not so good ones, so
yeah.
That's good.
I remember him like I don't know if he like got out of a car, like his own car. He like got out of his own car once because I was playing Elton John. You know, he just couldn't stand it. But then he eventually went and bought a bunch of the records because he grew to appreciate it. And sometimes it takes time, and it takes the patience of your friends. And it takes the time for you to develop the taste for a thing. And I mean, I'm not trying to single him out and scrutinize him for it, but it's just a really good example. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like of we've all done things like that. We've all denied things for whatever reason. We could have legitimate reasons. There was a time in my life where, like when I was a little kid, I loved Prince. But then when Purple Rain came out, I was very into rock and surrounded by kids who loved rock and roll. Scorpions, Ozzy, Judas Priest, you know, Black Sabbath.
So it wasn't on the top of your list anymore.
And it was also overplayed, and it's just, you know, oh, this is whatever, you know, can't listen to that. But I was like, I think I might like it. And then when the next album came out, it wasn't even as good, but I just couldn't deny it anymore. I was like, oh my God, he's just a brilliant songwriter.
Yeah.
And Raspberry Beret, it was like, that came on the radio, and I was like, I expected Prince to not rebound after the success of Purple Rain as well as he did. I thought that was it. He'd peaked. That was it. But no, he had just started his musical stuff. Like his real music really got good then. And I was stopped denying Prince and started buying all the Prince records, and went back and really dug into Purple Rain. And then by the time his next couple of records came out, boy, they were really good. Parade was okay, but then Sign of the Times, that was like his his tour de force. Yep. It's amazing. Yep. So I just rambled about that.
Well, hey.
But you should record. Yeah, go ahead and record songs off the show, and like they bleed over with each other, so it's not going to be as clean of a recording.
Go back to 1982.
Actually, when we first started the show, when Takata and I were first doing the first show, I was like, the very first sets of songs, they're not bleeding over each other, and it's because I asked him, should I bleed the songs over or not? Because I used to like to tape songs, and he's like, no, you should leave the space in between so that people could cut them out. But then as we went on, like pretty much the next couple episodes, I started bleeding them over because time, and I like the mix. I like the way that's part of what I'm doing when I'm putting the songs together, is mixing them together and seeing how they sound. And I like that kind of blend of, and the contrast. It's like, all right, so this was one thing. I want to take it into something different now.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything, which is good.
Yeah.
It gives you a variety. See what you like, what you don't like.
That's one thing I probably would not change. As flexible as I could be with the show, I probably would not change the diversity of format, because, like, I just don't agree with it. Like, that's not what this show is, and you don't have to like it. You don't. You can listen to it for one song. You can listen to it for all the songs.
We were called like Rockers Cast or something.
I expect people to not like all the music. I expect that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be some that's not your stuff, but we cover such a vast variety of stuff that it really doesn't matter.
Well, after I put together the last show, I stopped and I was like, okay. So I didn't think I put enough songs from bands you guys would know. And then as I was putting together this show, I was like, there's not as much like hardcore punk rock as I might normally put in the last two shows, which is okay. There might be more next time because I might be slacking on that. But because it's hard to keep track of everything.
Yeah, like, there's lots of different things.
I'm slacking on country music right now. It's really bad.
Yeah.
But, there'll be a little of everything all the time, and you can't really expect too much of anything. Like now that I know so much more about the music, there's so much more to play also, and I've got so much more.
Yeah.
It could be a little overwhelming. It's a lot going on.
Oh yeah.
You do a great job, Potter.
I've been starting to go through all my recordings from Louis G's and stuff and realize that there is a lot of them, and then a lot of them don't have. I don't have a list of what bands they are.
So he's sitting there trying to listen to this girl scream for 60 minutes. He's still trying to figure who is this person?
Wait for them to say who they are.
All right, thank you. Good night.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
a lot of them are like
waiting.
that, and I'm just like going, my God, these people, they didn't say who they were the entire time. How are people going to fucking know who you are? Shit.
Yeah.
So that ties in with like getting your band heard. You should never. Your band can never be heard enough.
Yeah.
Say your name like 60 times on the stage.
The name can never be heard enough.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to get that name
after every song or every other song.
No, I mean, you just go for it. You go with how you're feeling, but you better feel it in your soul. This is your band, and you're selling this.
Yeah.
You're selling this shit. This is me. Say it 1,000 times. Because
well, it's amazing the bands that we've known and been involved with that have achieved popularity prior to this age of internet, where now we've got all these tools and people still struggle with getting heard, and the same goes with old music too. Like that should be heard. Like part of the reason why I did the show is because those songs are just lying dormant, sitting on shelves, not being heard. People should hear all those fucking songs, all of them. They're all really good. Like even if they're not really good, people should still hear it. Yeah. And
like, even the ones that aren't really good, that's going to be somebody's style that goes, wow, that's different. That's what I like.
Yeah, I'm always actually surprised at what appeals to who and why, and you just really never know. And I like a lot of stuff that people don't seem to sometimes. I think I like some pretty like common popular stuff, but like some stuff is just like, how could they be unfamiliar with it, or how could they not be hearing it or trying to dredge it up, and why aren't more people doing it? I want bands to do more cover songs of old local music. That's another thing I've always wanted to try and encourage a lot of.
That would be cool.
I want bands like these old bands to go and put their material on websites like Bandcamp and Reverb Nation and SoundCloud, because why not? Why not make that old stuff available forever? Because those websites aren't going away. I put them on all those websites, all those platforms, because maybe someone from like Norway is going to like it and give you $1,000 to record your song or something. Who knows? Just any kind of thing will happen. Crazy things have happened, and crazier things have happened. Anything can happen.
You can become a house band in Singapore.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to go back to that old school way of thinking.
Maybe someone like the guy from Journey is looking for a singer for a band, and he's like, oh, that singer.
That was a good story about him. I actually like that a lot. I mean, I'm not into new singers. I get a lot of flack for that. But I'm not into it. Like, I think Alice in Chains, once Lane was gone, that was it for me. But, everyone has a different opinion. When Steve Perry left Journey, I just couldn't imagine seeing Journey without Steve Perry. That's just the main focus for me. But everyone has a different main focus. Your main focus could be the drummer. Like, Mick Fleetwood was out of the band, and you didn't care for Stevie Nicks, and that's why you didn't go see him. That's fine.
So,
But, yeah, I'm just not into the changing of singers. But that is a good story.
so wait, Mick Fleetwood left Fleetwood Mac?
No, I'm saying if that was
I was
the
going to
case.
say, that doesn't make sense. I didn't
I
hear
was, if
about
that was the
Well,
case.
to be fair, at a point in time, he did. There was a point in time where there was a version of Fleetwood Mac touring with no members of Fleetwood Mac in the band. It was in the wake of the Peter Green era, I believe, and
Was it when it was all men?
What's that?
Was it when it was all men?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's albums that
are all
Fleetwood
dudes.
Mac that is just dudes.
Yeah. Preceding Christine McVie and even maybe John McVie. I don't know if John McVie was there the whole time or not, or if he came in. I think he might have been one of the original core. It's been a while since I
think he
went down
was
that
because
rabbit
he
hole.
introduced everybody. Like, I think that's how it worked out.
I see. But so at a certain point, they fell apart. And because the first incarnation of All Dudes was a tumultuous band also, and it had a rotating lineup. There's like a couple different guys in and out of the band, and they had a couple different prolific songwriters, I believe, and then they kind of fell apart, and then the management had a band that was just different people on tour for a little while, and Mick Fleet was like, no, fuck that, and shut that down. And then they regrouped, and then they brought in John's wife, Christine, and started doing, so at least that's my memory of it. And then they started doing that era. So there's that era in between with just Christine McVie and some weird stuff on it. And they have a few albums there too. And then after that incarnation starts to fall apart, there's still the three, Christine, John, and Mick. And that's when they bring in Stevie and Lindsay. And have a whole new thing for 10 or 15 years, and then they go off and leave again, and they kick out Stevie. They bring in two other people. They had two other
What a
people for a
mess.
long time, like in the 90s, that were, like the Dance or something, or right after the Dance era. Then they had two other guys in the band that were not Lindsay or Stevie, and they've done stuff with and without both of them since. There was a falling out because Stevie Nicks wanted to put a Fleetwood Mac song on one of her solo greatest hits records, and Mick Fleetwood was like, no. And she's like, why? And she's like, I wrote the fucking song. And he's like, yeah, but it's a Fleetwood Mac song, so back the fuck off. So
Their story's interesting.
Yeah.
That is a very long, like 3-hour documentary of who did what and why, and that's why that person left, and then this person came back, and then ruined marriages, and
it's all coke and mirrors.
Man, lots of coke, lots of lots and lots. We've been watching lots of those though, those music documentaries. I've been liking them lately.
I've dabbled in a few lately, like I was saying, like I checked out the little Beastie Boys Paul's Boutique thing, and just like pieces of them. Mostly Pink Floyd stuff I fall back on a lot because I like that story and a lot of the different stuff. But
you might like to watch the Bikini Kill one.
Yeah.
If you've just watched the Beastie Boys one.
I might.
Because they were connected in that way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good band too.
Yeah. Most of them I've been doing has been a late at night as I'm falling asleep, so I've not been as focused on them as I'd like to be, and not been branching out as much as I'd like to either. I really could do with some different stuff because I'm pretty much mostly that's part of the reason why I did start looking at a couple of different things, because I've been immersed in all this stuff. I was like, okay, I need different entertainment now.
Speaking of entertainment,
yep, let's see what we got on the songs.
It is time for songs, right?
Yep.
Well, sure not time. Ready to rumble.
Are you ready to rumble? That's like the Rock /
We're gonna play some Girl Trouble.
Girl Trouble.
For the one who takes you down, for the ground that meets you there, for your single speed, for the truth you cannot
Biggity bingo, the criminals have to drop a funky single. And if I see a bitch, I have to mingle, cause I'm pimping her like the Mac and if she's local. Sawed off gauge, might smoke, hoes and broke nose. I'm giving them stupid squeezes with a loud mouth, dropping her down quick through the ground with the roundhouse. Knock, knock, knock on my skull, but there's no one home but a bunch of weed smoke and a crazy vision of the chrome. Feeling cat, cause the rap got me on a mission. Fuck a fist fight, I'm using 9 ammunition. Niggas steady falling as I start, I'm lighting up the street. And sawed off shells hit the block, and I walk with a gang of stupid niggas who don't give a shit. If you're claiming blood, disciple, or vice lord, or crip, but I don't trip, cause I'm kicking a lyric. Moving and grooving and proving to all these hoes I got the spirit. Keep the party bumping and jumping, cause I'll be singing something to pop the gap. I'm showing them where it's at, cause I ain't frontin'. So if you think you can hang, bang, I'm letting them know I'm down for the gang. And I'm singing out my lyrics like the non-track. Take a big hit, cause you haven't heard the bomb yet. So pump it up, make your motherfucking mama mad at me. The criminal nation's dropping the crazy gang bang strategy. Drink slow, shoot quick, niggas will never know when hit them. Pop, 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 and now we're in just the venom. But who can get down with the sound that I pound? It's Road Jack, making them niggas wear nightgowns. Cause I kill and kill and drill with the hollow point. Insane nigga from the hill, and I swallow joints and guzzle down OE and get so damn low I might smoke my own, homie. Cause I guess he got cut short by a cutthroat with a big 4-5 in my coat. So what makes you think I give a fuck about you? My homies come first cause they down in my crew. And nobody ever gets with me, cause I'm putting big lead bullets in your kidney. So if you wanna kick it at the crossroad with your fucking friends, bitch, here we go again. I'm sick to the brain, I'm sick to the brain. Oh my god, I think I'm going insane. I'm sick to the brain, I'm sick to the brain. Put a 9 to my dome and ease the pain. I'm sick to the brain, I'm sick to the brain. Oh my god, I think I'm going insane. I'm sick to the brain, I'm sick to the brain. Put a 9 to my dome and ease the pain.
Hey yo, Road Jack, you don't wanna do that. Niggas like that K Love is down with your crew black. Put the gun down, fool, don't clown. That's the old league talking shit. You're the baddest motherfucker from the 206. So stop tripping, nigga. You're insane to the fucking brain with the trigger. Me and you can both die now if you wanna. But I got faith, homie, I don't think you're gonna.
Nah, G, you don't really know what I've been through. I prayed like a Hindu. I'm killing myself cause I don't wanna offend you. I kill myself before I get caught slipping. Let a motherfucker kill the criminal nation leader. Now you're tripping. I know my homies is down for the payback. Niggas who do not play that, cause we go way back. But I will not be down for the Osmo. But I will be kicking that motherfucker's ass hard at the crossroads. Like the motherfucking movie Ghost. And I am the most breaking niggas off something like dope. And fools who do not know me when I'm killing them can't control me. So if you're my real homie, then show me. And I'ma let you know that can't no bitch come between me and you and my whole crew. And this is something that I have to do. Problems every day got me going nuts. And I'm fed up. See you later, boy. Good luck.
I'm sick to the brain. Oh my god, I think I'm going insane. I'm sick to the brain.
All right, Potter, what did we just listen to?
We just heard Criminal Nation. Sick to the Brain. That was off Trouble in the Hood. And then before that, we heard Just Dance by Natural Causes. Oh. And 10 Feet Taller by the whole Bolivian Army.
Yeah. Woohoo, shout out.
And started all off with Strother Martin by Girl Trouble. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. That was it. That was what we heard.
All right. Yep.
Talked about some things in the break. Forget all of them now. Ended it with Star Wars. Someone walked down the aisle to Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. So a friend of mine, with all this stuff going on, you can't really have weddings. So they decided to live stream their wedding, which was pretty cool. Uh-huh. But they walked down the aisle to Star Wars. Yeah. And then at the end, it was that Rick Ashlee song. It's not Never Gonna Give, but the other one that they play on Family Guy all the time. I'm trying to Gosh, hold on. I gotta look it up. Anyway, it was a really great wedding, and it was a great idea for what was going on at the time. So, yeah.
I can't remember the other Rick Astley song.
It's on it. It's right there.
I don't know. He had other songs?
He did.
Together forever, together. Yep. I don't even know the word, but that's it.
Forever with you.
Yes. Together forever. I would totally love my wedding to end like that.
I lived through those years, and I remember Rick Astley. I liked Rick Astley. They made fun of me for liking Rick Astley. Okay, so I had hair like Rick Astley.
Literally.
No, it was more like The Cure.
Well, you didn't know me when I had the Rick Astley.
Oh, okay.
It started like that.
They did an interview with Rick Astley recently on the news, and it was like ABC, and it was live. Everything was live, and he was at home on the Zoom or whatever they do it, and the newscaster guy was at the place, and he thought that Rick Astley was off the air, and he said, I don't really like that guy and his music anyway.
Oh, God.
And he was still live, and then Rick Astley was like, dude, I'm still right here. It's messed up.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good sense of humor about everything, actually.
Yeah, he
Mr.
laughed it
Ashlee.
off pretty good. But, if you don't like a good Rick roll, then you're just not very fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's in cartoons. He's all over the radio.
He is. He's everywhere. He has made it.
Yeah.
The chimney, you've made it.
It's just that they make fun of him because of the coolness of it and the reluctance of people wanting to admit that they like it.
It's a catchy song, they'll be doing that with like Mambo number 5 or
his
something.
His dance with the jacket, the big trench coat. I mean, you're never gonna forget that.
Nope.
No. So shout out Rick Ashlee. Ever listen to podcasts? Probably not this one, but hey.
I posted it on your Facebook, the Star Wars radio show from like 1981.
Oh, yes.
The Star Wars one was pretty good. It was like 5 hours long. It was very long. Oh, camera's dead.
Bye, camera.
Yeah, I keep meaning to ask you if you still had your camera, you could bring it.
Oh yeah, I'll do that next time.
So, the thing was 5 hours long or more, and it had a lot of extra stuff in it, like stuff that I remember from the books, stuff that I don't remember from the book at all.
You're gonna get comfortable.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting comfortable.
You could have got comfortable before. You don't have to be
but
forced
no,
into...
I'm more comfortable now.
You don't have to be forced into some kind of like regimented structure.
Well, I'm good. It's more of like when you're just talking, you're listening, you're not moving. But now I'm moving around. But 5 hours Star Wars.
And it had a bunch of stuff that was good and weird. Like it had like deleted scenes from in the movie when they redid the movie and they put the Jabba scene in it, and then they put Jabba as a digital thing in there.
Yeah.
Well, they had the original scene with
Where
the
he was
dude.
a guy.
But
But
they changed it to make it a different character. They made this guy a different character. So, and they add stuff to flesh that out earlier on. So when Greedo comes and confronts Han, Greedo says, Jabba and this other guy have been looking for you. Thrasher or Hacker or who's what's it guy. He's looking for you too. They're looking for you. These two are looking for you. And the whole story is that these two. And so when they eventually catch up with him at the hangar bay, it's the other guy. It's not Jabba.
Gotcha.
So they just write it off as one of Jabba's cohorts or henchmen or
And
friends.
then after that, they could just leave everything as it was.
Pretty much, I guess.
Pretty much, except for a couple of
I don't know, because I stopped before or in the beginning of Return of the Jedi. I'll get to that in a second, though. So there is that. Han is the only one who shoots in the radio narration. There's no Greedo shooting, nothing like that. Han just kills the fucking guy.
Flat out murders.
Murders him. Well, Greedo was gonna kill him.
Yeah,
let's be fair. Yeah. But that's that way. So
when you see it coming, you just gotta go for it first.
Yep. It's just, yep. It's just the way it is. So, there was some extra stuff, but it wasn't too bad. It was a good. The whole Star Wars was well done. But Empire, it starts to fall off a little bit. Now, Mark Hamill was the voice of Luke, so that really kind of held the glue together. Yeah. And then Anthony Daniels is C-3PO, and Chewbacca and R2-D2 were easy to do. Yeah. So there's a lot of continuity with the story. It sounds good. And the voice actors who do most of the other ones are very good.
Okay.
It's a little shaky in Empire, and it's much shorter. It's like 2 hours shorter. So, but, whatever. Who's got all that time. And what I noticed, first of all, is Chewbacca won't shut up, like in this one.
Hey,
like I didn't notice him.
That.
It starts to get annoying because it's like they're not even talking to him. He's just making the sounds, and they're talking, and there's words exchanging.
And he's
but
just making noises.
He's still making noises, even while they're talking. It's just like this. And it's fuck. It's like fuck. Just shut him up for a minute.
Chewie. That's my favorite.
Just for a minute. Like we want to hear some of the clean dialogue, but then there's a lot of stuff like that. Oh, Yoda is John Lithgow.
Oh shit.
And he's not that good. And there's some times where he doesn't use the right,
the way he says
Yeah,
it.
Sometimes he just says things. He just doesn't use the right vernacular, whatever it is. Language. I can't even think of the word. Darth Vader is a little hokey in all of them, but he's okay. He's tolerable, I guess.
Oh.
And then when we got to Jedi, I completely fell off because it's not Mark Hamill anymore doing the thing. Oh, Lando is Billy D. Williams, though, in Empire. So Empire's pretty good. But then, yeah. But I am still trying to poke at Jedi, and I might get through it. We'll see. It's a little throwing me off, though, that it's not Mark Hamill. I'm a little disappointed.
I mean, yeah, that's an important part.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of, especially if it's something that you're listening to.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, you're used to one person and stuff. So, yeah, that would throw me off big time.
Well, see, I spent years of my life watching Star Wars to the point where then I would just be able to listen to Star Wars. I didn't even I could go and do anything I wanted in Star Wars Beyond. It's like, oh, yeah, there's this scene.
Yeah, you know what's happening.
And so it's very much like a radio play to me. And a lot of movies are like that. So then I can function and do things with my life without having to sit and watch TV. And so then listening to the radio play, it's the even longer versions of that. So it's really cool. I can do tons of stuff. And I don't know where I was going to go with it. I don't know what I was talking about.
Was there anywhere
there really wasn't. Yeah. You were just talking.
Yeah. We were just talking.
Like we always do. Chris, you got to tell him the story about how I hit a boulder now.
Oh, yeah. Last week's cliffhanger.
All right.
I'll let Chris tell it because he does it a lot better than I. But, yeah.
I don't know. He's got a bias.
I'll add some things here and there.
Yeah.
He's going to make you look worse than you are.
I think I made myself sound...
Well, you want me 100%?
Just go for it. No, not 100%.
Okay.
The condensed... The
condensed version.
The version that... Don't say where we were.
Yeah, okay.
Don't say locations.
Yeah. All right.
Don't tell him that it was my mom's neighborhood.
Let's just keep it as...
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Chris knows.
Well, all right. Well, we're just we're just kind of somewhere where we're not familiar with the area whatsoever. We're not familiar with the way the roads are or anything like that.
So let's just put that.
So I already know where
so we pull into this fucking restaurant so we could situate some shit in the car, and then she goes to, and I was driving, and then she wanted to drive. So we swap seats. She gets in. Well, when she's backing out, she's trying to adjust her seat at the same time.
The good old
so she doesn't realize exactly how far she's backed out. Right?
I thought I was backed out a lot further
thought she,
than
yeah. Thought she was backed out a lot further than what she was.
Spot.
Yeah. So when she pulls forward,
thank you.
She kind of hits the curb, right? Hits the curb, and she thinks that. You know, from what we discussed afterwards, because we had a big, long discussion afterwards about it, of why she just kept going. Well, she thought it was just a little curb, so she figured out, fuck it, just drive over.
Yeah, I thought I would just be able to go over this thing.
She went over this curb, and then there was a rock there, which she pushed.
A boulder.
Yeah, a pretty good-sized rock. A rock that we could not move.
It's like a 20, 30 pound rock.
No, it was like
it was a huge rock.
It was like an 80-pound rock.
It really was.
So she pushed that rock over the other side of the curb, and and she was turning at the same time. So we went up pretty high, and then we drove down the side of the rock.
Monster trucks, dude.
So the underside of the car, everything was fine, but her front bumper was already fucked up because she had backed up out of our parking spot by our house and kind of clipped this little piece of cement. So it kind of it pulled her bumper off.
But it's
a little Kia Rio, so they're held on by plastic clips. So it just broke the clips. So if we got the clips, we wouldn't be able to put it back on. It would have been fine.
Yeah.
Well, this time, kind of put a little dent in it, and it's funny because her front of her car looks pretty fucked up, but both incidences happen when she's going less than 3 miles per hour.
This car looks like I hit like something going at least 40 miles an hour.
Not that car. At 40 miles per hour would be a totally different
Well, I'm saying
car.
For like a normal average car.
So and when she drove over it, somehow it clipped the whole wheel inside wheel well is plastic, the inner wheel well, so it just peeled that totally out of the car. So there's no inner wheel well in the driver's side of her car at all. So that we have that at the house.
That's
so we can put that. We have to figure out how to
imagine
clip
it
that
falling
back.
off of a car and me running out trying to grab it off the street, trying to put it in my car before anyone sees me, and then me also trying to
ran
lift
around trying to pick
the
up
rock
the rock.
and putting the rock back.
All three of us together using dollies couldn't move this
so
rock.
hard. I was freaking out.
So she was just tripping. So I'm just going, get in the fucking car. We got to get out of here. And then as we're leaving, she's going, we're going to go to jail for hit and run. And I was like going,
hitting a rock.
well, I said, the curb itself, it was all brand new. The curb itself was perfect.
Yeah.
Not a single... Nothing on the curb.
Yeah.
So, and the rock was outside on the street. Yes. It was on the street and there was some dirt out there. Yes. Nothing was ruined.
Yeah.
All it did was it took somebody like 10 minutes of
it probably took six people.
Well, it took whoever 10 minutes to look at the video and laugh at the whole thing. And then 2 people to go out there, 2 big guys to go out there, throw it over, and then a hose to wash the dirt down. And that's it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I was in pretty...
But she was like freaking... Yeah, she was like the whole way home. She was like, oh my God,
I hit a rock.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, it was the cops. She was worried about the cops. I go, do you want me to turn around? You want me to go back so you could go and confess and admit to those people what you did and stuff like that? No. Shut the hell up.
I felt bad for hitting the rock, okay?
Yeah. You didn't hit the rock. You pushed the rock. You pushed the rock into the street. That's
now
all you
I can
did.
laugh about it.
You didn't even hit it.
You know when you're in the situation and it's not very funny at the time because it's not really that funny, and then later on you're like, I could have laughed that one off, but now I can.
It was funny.
Cause,
I was laughing the whole time.
The fact?
Well, at first I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, we didn't know what we hit.
Well, no, I knew exactly what you did, but you kept going. That's why. You should have just stopped. As soon as your front end started going up, you should have stopped. But you didn't. You kept going. And going and going and going and going and going. And I'm just like, what the hell? We're going higher. And that's when I realized we are not on the curb. We are too high to be on the curb because I couldn't see the road anymore because it lifted us up so much. But the whole fact that we drove down so smoothly, I mean, we didn't crunch down. And I looked under the car, flawless. The underside of the car, you can't even tell anything. And I was like, oh my God, woman.
So that was the cliffhanger. I hit a boulder.
Yep.
That's rad.
That's a story right there. Yep. It was a funny.
Now the mystery's been resolved. Well, that's good to know.
But yeah, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, we can laugh it off now.
I was laughing the whole time.
It's not very funny when it's your car. Well, and I still have a piece of the car off of it that I need to get back onto the car.
I don't know, got some epoxy and some zip ties. I don't know.
Some duct tape.
No, you got to zip tie that shit.
This car has gone from like a $23,000 car to a solid $14,000 car to a easy... Wow, this car is kind of looking kind of beat up. $6,000 car. No. This car is now probably worth maybe $2,000.
No, all it's got to do is get that new front plastic piece. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you're fine. You had a perfectly good car after that.
Yep.
Because like I said, you weren't going over 3 miles per hour in both incidences. So I mean that's done no structural damage whatsoever. All it did was break a piece of plastic. That's all it did.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You could do it again.
Yeah.
You know those presidential signs that are out or like governor signs that everyone always has on the side of the road?
Uh-huh.
You know,
yeah.
You know, it's on like a wood thing. Yep. You know, this lady was on my left side and she was texting or whatever. Of course, that's how the story goes. And she keeps getting closer to my lane, and I'm like, I got nowhere to go, man. Like, you're literally just pushing me to the curb here, bud. And I looked at her, I'm like, oh my God, you're getting really close. And so she ended up actually getting into my lane, and I had to move over all the way to the curb. But my hubcap hit one of those like governor signs and totally cracked the hubcap. And I'm like, if I'm in an accident,
plastic hubcaps.
if I am in an accident in this car, I am going to be a tin can on the road.
Don't be in an accident.
I'm going to try not to be.
It's a Kia
But
Rio.
I have no faith at all that if someone just hits me, I'm freaking done, dude. Not a good thing to think about, but don't buy a Kia.
Well, no. And that's not the way to think about it either, because you're very likely to live through all kinds of things.
That's true.
I don't know about this car.
I know a brother got ran over by a truck. Right? So things can happen.
Well, I know that.
I mean, that's not, but that was more of like a, oh, wow. That was not funny, but I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
It can happen. Like, just miraculous things can happen. Just don't end up in those situations. Stay out of those situations.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a truck next year.
Yeah, it's safer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haul all this music stuff around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do live concerts out in the woods.
By the water tower.
I ain't hauling this shit around anymore.
No, you need other people.
We'll haul that shit to the water tower.
We'll have somebody haul that shit out to the water tower because.
Man, what happened to parties like that?
They're probably not going to come back now because all this crap.
Yeah. Colleges are doing that for us.
Yeah. The only bad part is that we can't. It's harder to get away with it now. I mean, now there's reasons why. I mean, before it was just noise. Just turn it down, keep it down. Now it's just like, okay, you got more than 10 people.
No, you want to look at like avenues to exploit that are going to be legal, that you're going to be able to get away with. Like there will be like illicit little gatherings, and there'll be fun little things that happen, but that's not really what we're getting into.
Yeah.
Like, but on that note, there'll be something that comes out of this that'll be really, really rad. Like there'll be like and stuff. While it won't necessarily all be the same as it used to be, it will be coming back in different forms. So I don't know. It is that time where we sit and innovate and find solutions to these problems. Like how can we get a bunch of people into a place and perform music for them again?
That might sound silly,
That was
but
weird. Oh,
we were
That was
watching
your-
the Watchmen last night, and it was like the very beginning scene of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Or the show.
Yep.
And this kid is watching a movie. And this is like 1920s. So imagine a very old theater, very old movies on. But the thing was,
It was Tulsa.
they were playing music to the movie.
yeah.
And I was thinking that would be a great idea to have a drive-in movie theater, have intermission with bands. And you could do, a combo. And that would be social distancing because everyone's in their car.
Yeah.
It's not really a concert. It's kind of a,
Yeah.
But, it's just ideas like that could go a long way.
Yeah, and the drive-in movie concert thing in general, just separate, but that's a thing. That's an option. It's not the same, but it is the same. I mean, like if you're just going to like a place and sitting down at a table and listening to live music, it's the same as sitting in your car, more or less. And you could sit on your car or whatever, on the in the
Roll your
tailgate.
windows down.
So like stringent social distancing isn't going to be forever.
No.
Like,
No,
but
it won't be.
but there will be things that change. Like I've said before, capacity limits is going to change.
Yeah.
Take that. We can go to songs. Okay.
It's okay.
So Al, is it time to go to songs anyway? Is it? She says yes. She says thumbs up. Go to songs. Fuck this.
All right, let's do that.
Not bad.
know. What's beyond the black we'll never know. We became solitude, holds within another point of view. Disappeared into the night.
As a diamond, my God, that
Here
All
we
right.
go.
Hey, we're back.
Hello.
We're back from our show.
I keep
Not talking
looking
about
at it.
anything scandalous behind the scenes at all.
Keep
No,
looking
not
at
at
a
all.
camera that's not there.
Camera's off for now. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
I was doing it too.
Good, because I'm picking my nose.
We're doing all the things over here.
What we just played was Curl Up and Crying by Sedated Souls
Yeah.
and Massacre at the Opera.
Massacre!
Shout out.
The things I could do. Locos and Torrence. That was a song that you love so well.
Yes.
This Ain't Livin' by Locos and Torrence.
That was good.
Some rare stuff from the 80s that I want to get more of. And then we started all off with Disappear by the Spins. And there you go.
Wait, say that name one more time.
The Spins?
No, the one that I really like.
Oh, Locos and Torrence.
Lucas and Torrence. With a C?
Lucas, yes.
And Torrence.
Torrence.
Perfect.
Are you going to order the album off Amazon?
I'm going to look them up. That's actually pretty interesting.
Well, what you're going to find probably is what I've posted about them, or maybe on Pacific Northwest Bands. You'll find both these things. You'll find very little information about them and one song on YouTube, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's Barry Torrance is the guy, and I forget John Lucas or something. I forget the guy's name, the other guy. And they had that record in 82 or 3. And so really, like, I could direct you to the one dude who was in the band, Barry Torrance, like, who is on Facebook. But I've not been able to get any music out of him. I need to contact him again because I'd like to hear more.
Sir, we really like your band.
Well, he's a respectable adult, and I'm a hooligan, and he, you know, is like
he's like that was 40 years ago.
well, he still makes music, but again, like, you know, I'm just some punk who's like, what do you want? What do you what? What do you what? What do you what?
You want my music?
Buy the record. You know, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't say this, but I'm assuming that it's like, go find the record and buy it. Stop bothering me.
He's probably maybe not being like that.
No, I know. No, that's how I feel most people are. It's
Yeah.
like,
Well, yeah, there are people that are like that
Yeah.
because they're just that was a phase.
Honestly, I'd feel honored
This
if
was
someone,
not a phase for him. He was definitely a career
I would feel
musician.
honored.
Yeah.
If someone found my music after all these years and wanted more.
Yeah.
Like, wow, really? To me, that's an awesome thing, but everyone's different.
Well, and that's how I feel too. And it's like if someone was digging up my stuff or any stuff, like I just feel this way. The stuff that I'm putting out is like I would want to hear this. Mm-hmm. I would want other people to hear it.
Yeah.
Like, because the way that we appreciate that song, for instance, is like who is no one because they're not hearing it.
Yeah.
Right?
If they were hearing it, like it's not going to be like some revelation and get tons of downloads or sales necessarily. Most stuff won't, but there's a niche audience for it. There's people who would appreciate it and like it, and that's what we're here for those people in the corner, in the closet, like the real connoisseurs of local music. And also, it's not just people here who've heard it or haven't heard it who would appreciate it, but people who like music and like original stuff that they've not heard. That's why we get a lot of downloads actually from out of state. You know, like
stuff they have never heard before.
Some people who've lived here before and like that stuff, but other people who've just like it's completely new music. There's nothing that some people have never heard any of this stuff ever.
Yeah.
So that's what's really rad.
And they want more of it.
Yeah. And like, you know, like me, I don't know a ton about most things, so it's just this journey of discovery, like all the time.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. We are winding down our show.
We're winding down.
Time for us to go.
Around town.
Feel like there was more stuff I wanted to cover.
I'm trying to think here.
Well, this machine is warming up all over again, so it's going to be cooking steadily along.
We're going to be steaming through.
Yeah, I don't need to blow all my
steaming
stuff.
Steaming through.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like you got to poop really bad or something.
I didn't say pooping through.
Well, steaming.
You said
leaving the steamer.
I was thinking of a train, okay? Like a steam
so
train.
am I. Leaving one at the station.
Stop saying we're dropping the kids off at the bar.
So you guys,
that's dropping them off at the pool.
Oh, that pool. That's what it is. I guess not the park, or that'd be dog poop.
Yeah.
Stop.
What?
all right.
Yeah, we're definitely winding down.
If you got requests for next week, get them in to the show.
Please comment below,
Yes.
subscribe, follow us on Apple Music if you have that. If you don't,
We need to
follow
get
us
like
on
a
YouTube, Facebook.
like a
all of the
phone
good
number
things.
that we can have messages led to.
Eventually, we'll get the old school phone and answer some telephone
We do have
calls.
a phone or a phone line that I'm not using. I might disconnect because I've not used it, and then I might use it. You know, I might keep it. We'll see how much it's going to cost us in the next year because my 2-year deal's up now. So we'll see what's going to happen with that, and I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But nothing drastic should change for the worse in
Yeah.
any way. Yeah. And so for the moment, we can use this phone. It's just, I'm not going to give out the number right now, but
right.
we can use this phone still.
All right.
And we can even, you know, now if we had brought a phone in, we can set it up and channel in callers and put it through the PA.
Well, I was thinking about just hooking up an answering machine to it. Have
Well, we can
people
do that
call
too.
in and
Yeah.
Or if you have any questions, comment below.
Yep. Like the video, subscribe to the channels, the pages, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, all the things.
All of the things.
And we appreciate your support. And
Yeah.
the camera's not on, so I don't have to be concerned about looking
I keep
down
looking
at
at
the
it.
table. Yeah, I can just look down at the table and just talking to the microphone. Doesn't matter. No one's gonna judge me. Like, you know, doesn't matter if they do.
Point
Okay.
is,
All
we
right.
appreciate you.
Yep. Thanks for
Gotcha.
everything, and have a good week. And here's some more songs to
Peace out.
brighten up your day.
right on. Have a good day. Ow.
be alone. Now I can really feel smile and I think I can show up when I hate being in this situation, but I wanna let anyone down and expect something from me, but I got nothing to give. Trapped in this social circle, this is not how I wanna live. So I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. Most I have a news spectrum, but everything is okay. Tired of dealing with these people, all they do is bitch and moan. Tired of being a social butterfly, just wanna be alone. Now I don't care much little problems and you don't care my mind. I don't need your false affection, I don't wanna hear your sympathetic lie. I don't need the white jets, you don't have to be up there. You're just gonna face the ground, you are the fuckwit. Now I don't care much little props and you don't care my mind. I don't need your false affection, I don't wanna hear your sympathetic lines. I don't need an acquaintance, you don't have any help to lend. You're just another face in the crowd, you're not my friend.
A swarm of bees in the parking lot awakened me. Have you ever seen a black cloud so fast moving? Like fast sunshine, your face is changing like fast. They were paving the street, corns on my hands, just watching. Oh, can you see
I'm the flyest out. She said she wanna try me out. She said, whoa. The flyest to ever do it, anytime, any place, especially to my music. I'm the flyest out. She said she wanna try me out. She said, whoa. That's it. It's Southside to the end of mix, and hollow points to the enemies. I'm who these dorks just pretend to be. Body operating off this money cushion Hennessy. Baby hit my sleep number, she wanted me to sell her dreams. Talking anytime, any place, she ready for anything. She said she sell her soul for real, isn't feel like Candy Rain. She handed me like 2K, she ready to be in the game. She love I'm really from the gang, that's why black marketer. That means she selling guts and giving brain blunt, looking like a sparkler. It's burning slow, must see the flame. Gas tank, premium pumping in the veins. Hot boxing, weaving lanes, come interstate and lead the lanes. Team Chadios or adios, baby on delay. Betty Croc, cake is guap, put it on my dinner plate. Bring it off to the table, mafia, cause how I operate. The flyest out. She said she wanna try me out. She said, whoa. The flyest to ever do it, anytime, any place, especially to my music. I'm the flyest out. She said she wanna try me out. She said, whoa. Anytime, any place, especially to my music. I see why these niggas hate me, cause they bitches wanna date me. Blame me on why they crazy, they go JoJo like I'm Casey. I'm cooler than the AC, come on, you know me, baby. Money Mitch on money missions, I've been on my shit lately. Plus you pay her no attention, so she pay me. Handing me like 4K, now I'm seeing HD and winning off the foul. Extra shots, I'm still the same G, ain't no throwing in the towel, baby. You stepping in the main ring, pound for pound off the muscle. All my niggas with the same thing. Why talk about when I could demonstrate what you ain't seen? That's why she wanna bounce out with me, feel like the A-team. Even Cougars on the Husky nigga, got him feeling 18. I'm touching big faces more than Beijing while blazing. She ain't worried about hating cause we out doing great things. With some Mac in her face, little baby getting cakey. The skiki off the runway, the flyest to ever even gain speed, nigga. I'm the flyest out. She said she wanna try me out. She said, whoa. The flyest to ever do it, anytime, any place, especially to my music. I'm the flyest out. She said she wanna try me out. She said, whoa. That's it. Yeah.
There was a guy
me.